It starts with a simple piece of paper, a prescription. For Mrs. Anjali Sharma, a retired teacher in Lucknow, it was the key to managing her severe hypertension. Her doctor had finally found the right brand and dosage, giving her hope for stability and safety. She handed the prescription to her trusted chemist, expecting the usual routine. But this time the chemist's face fell. "Ma'am, I'm so sorry. This medicine is out of stock." For Mrs. Sharma, this wasn't a minor inconvenience. It was a moment of real fear. Her doctor had warned, "Do not miss a single dose." The chemist suggested alternatives, but she remembered the side effects from other brands. Her trust was in this specific medicine, the one that worked. The failure to fill her prescription was more than a supply issue. It was a crack in her trust in the healthcare system. This scene plays out in pharmacies across the country, more often than we'd like to admit. For the pharmaceutical company, it's not just a lost sale, it's a failure of their core mission. The entire machinery of research, manufacturing, and marketing exists for one purpose: to get the right medicine to the right patient at the right time. When the supply chain falters, even briefly, it erodes the confidence of doctors, chemists, and, most importantly, patients. A single stockout can undo years of trust and brand building. Mrs. Sharma's unfilled prescription is a stark reminder. In healthcare, the supply chain is a lifeline. Every box of medicine represents a patient's hope for health. An empty shelf is more than a business failure. It's a failure of care and responsibility. Mastering the supply chain isn't just good business, it's a moral imperative. The promise made in the doctor's office must be kept at the pharmacy counter. For patients like Mrs. Sharma, nothing less will do. Picture the pharmaceutical supply chain as a high-stakes relay race. The baton, a life-saving medicine, must be passed perfectly at every stage. The race begins at the manufacturing facility, where raw materials become finished medicines under strict quality standards. The first handoff, from factory to central warehouse, via temperature-controlled trucks. The central warehouse is the heart of distribution, storing medicines under ideal conditions, tracked by advanced software. Next, the baton moves to the carrying and forwarding agent, who manages regional logistics and breaks bulk shipments into smaller orders. Their coordination is crucial. Any slip can compromise the medicine's safety. From there, stockists take over, supplying hundreds of chemists and hospital pharmacies. Stockists must anticipate local demand and keep inventory ready. The final handoff is to the retail chemist or hospital pharmacy, the last runner in the race. They place the medicine on the shelf, ready for patients like Mrs. Sharma. The race is only won when the medicine is safely in the patient's hands. Every handoff matters. One mistake, and the patient pays the price. The supply chain is not just logistics, it's a chain of trust. And the finish line is a patient's well-being. Every link in the supply chain is powered by people with their own motivations. The carrying and forwarding agent thrives on reliability and scale, aiming to be indispensable to the pharmaceutical company. Their success depends on steady product flow and clear communication. Stockists, embedded in local markets, are driven by profit and quick turnover. They rely on timely supply from C&F agents and demand created by medical representatives. Retail chemists balance profitability with a duty to patients, building trust by always having the right medicines. Their success hinges on the stockist's inventory and the company's supply. It's a web of dependencies. No partner can succeed alone. A delay or failure at any point ripples through the chain, ultimately affecting the patient. The system is symbiotic. Each link's performance impacts the others. When one fails, the patient is the one who suffers. That's why every handoff, every decision matters. The medical representative, or MR, is more than a salesperson. They're the company's eyes and ears on the ground, monitoring both demand and supply. During daily visits, Mrs. check stock levels, spot shortages, and anticipate surges in demand. They connect the dots between prescriptions written and inventory available. If a key medicine is running low, the MR alerts the stockist and triggers action before a crisis hits. Their vigilance prevents stockouts and protects patient trust. Misses are the human link between strategy and reality, ensuring promises made to doctors are kept at the pharmacy. By monitoring both ends, they keep the supply chain running smoothly. Their role is critical. They guard against lost sales and lost trust. The MR's daily diligence is the glue that holds the system together. Some medicines, like vaccines and insulin, are extremely temperature sensitive. For these, the cold chain is non-negotiable, a temperature-controlled journey from factory to patient. Specialized packaging, refrigerated trucks, and constant monitoring are essential. Even a brief temperature breach can render a medicine useless or dangerous. Imagine insulin left in the summer heat for an hour, its potency is gone, but the vial looks unchanged. The consequences for patients can be severe. Mastering the cold chain requires investment in infrastructure and a culture of diligence. Every handler must be trained and vigilant. One mistake can destroy product and endanger lives. The cold chain is the ultimate test of supply chain reliability. It's not just about moving boxes, it's about protecting patient health. For cold chain products, there is zero margin for error. The integrity of the medicine and patient safety depends on it. A world-class supply chain runs on more than good intentions. It needs clear policies and procedures. Policies define the company's values and standards. Procedures turn them into daily action. Written rules ensure consistency, quality, and compliance with regulations. SOPs guide every task, from inventory checks to cold chain handling. For patients, SOPs guarantee that medicines are safe and effective. For companies, they're a shield against legal and reputational risk. When something goes wrong, documented processes prove diligence and protect the business. Policies empower employees, giving them clarity and confidence in their roles. This framework isn't bureaucracy, it's the foundation of safe, reliable operations. Policies and SOPs are the guardrails that keep the supply chain on track. They turn corporate vision into everyday reality. Policies and procedures work in 3 tiers. At the top, corporate policy, broad principles reflecting the company's mission and values. Next, functional policies, department-specific rules translating those principles into actionable guidelines. Finally, operational SOPs, detailed, step-by-step instructions for daily tasks. For example, a corporate policy promises product quality. A functional policy mandates proper storage. An SOP details how to check a pharmacy's refrigerator. This structure ensures high-level promises are executed with precision on the ground. Every employee, from warehouse to field, knows exactly what to do. The 3-tiered system turns values into action every day. It's how a company's commitment to quality becomes reality for every patient. Policies and procedures aren't just paperwork, they're daily guardrails. They ensure compliance with laws and protect the company's reputation. SOPs enable quick, effective responses to issues like recalls or damaged shipments. Clear rules empower employees to make tough decisions with confidence and integrity. A manager can refuse risky orders, backed by policy, not personal judgment. A warehouse worker can reject a damaged delivery, knowing the SOP supports them. Policies depersonalize conflict and uphold ethical standards. They shield employees from undue pressure and ensure every action is compliant. In pharma, these guardrails protect both the business and the patient every single day. The pharmaceutical industry rests on 2 promises, physical and ethical. The physical promise medicines are available when and where patients need them. The ethical promise medicines are safe and effective and handled with integrity. These promises are inseparable. One without the other is meaningless. A flawless supply chain is useless if the product's quality is compromised. An ethical, high-quality medicine is wasted if it never reaches the patient. True success is when both promises are kept, seamlessly. The supply chain is the body, policies and procedures are the conscience. Only together do they fulfill the industry's highest purpose, delivering trusted health to every patient, every time.